Good morning, everyone, and happy April 17th. I cannot believe it, but tax season is, well, I shouldn't say it's over, but April 15th is now past. I'll tell you, we are hearing a lot from many of our tax professionals now how this tax season was quite an uphill battle. And many clients are really not happy with their results, especially when it comes to the state of Maryland returns. Sadly, we did not see much movement from our state legislators through this legislative process, and they did not address the disconnect of the taxes between the state of Maryland and the federal tax provision. Our legislators considered 2,496 pieces of legislation between the House and the Senate. Of the legislation presented, 850 bills passed the legislation and are awaiting the governor's signature or possibly veto. Who knows? You know what happens when it gets to his desk. Bad news, none of those 850 did not give us any of the tax relief. We as a society presented numerous times down in Annapolis considering many bills dealing with the pension exclusion, the decoupling from the federal and the standard deduction issue, or even the increasing the standard deduction in the state of Maryland. None of these passed. And we did not see any pass. They didn't even get out of the committees, which is very sad and very disappointing. It is very, very disappointing. I know many of our members are dealing with this and other issues, especially after tax season. And many of our members are small to mid-sized owners and are looking at ways to learn, discuss, and hear how things are being handled by their other professionals, a regular peer-to-peer program. Last fall, we started a business builders think tank throughout the state of Maryland. This morning, as you can see, we have a nice panel put together, and I'd like to bring them on board so they can talk a little bit about the business builders think tank and what discussions were made and how this has really helped them, especially this tax season and actually before. So we're going to start. We have Tom Bray, and he's located in northern Baltimore County.
Yes.
We have Dunya Neto, and she's located in Carroll County. And then we have Ellen Silverstein, and she's in Montgomery County. Ooh, look at me go. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me this morning. Okay. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys, and please share.
We had a kind of a small group, and a lot of us were struggling to get together. So we've done a lot of our meetings in Zoom, okay, which has worked out pretty well for all of us because we can sit in our offices and then still talk. And actually, I've had a couple people reach out to me separately to talk about different issues. So if you had a tax question or you were unsure about something or how to handle either an item on the tax return or a business question, we were able to sort of talk to each other and bounce those ideas off and sort of talk it out. So that was really helpful. I thought that was great. And they did do that. I mean, we all reached out to each other to get some confirmation on an idea because we're all sole owners.
Right.
We don't have anybody in my office. I can talk to the walls, but otherwise I sort of get a more professional, somebody else's professional opinion.
Right.
So that worked out well for me. How about you guys? How did that work for you?
I thought it worked really well. I don't think you'd get that kind of interaction one-on-one, going to a seminar or even attending a networking event.
Right.
So it's really about building relationships.
Now, how many did you have in your group, Junior?
It was 5.
5 in your
3
group?
to 5.
Okay.
It was just 5 meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting started. Some people hadn't heard about it. So we're working on getting the word out.
Right.
We want to keep the group small, so we expanded the reach geographically.
Yeah. So we extended to new areas within the state, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Tom?
We had a pretty diverse group. It might have been a little different than yours. We had practitioner of 30 years. We had a new person that just started their own practice. We had somebody who was working in corporate that was looking to retire and start their own practice.
Oh, that's good.
We had a vendor who was a member vendor who didn't even have an accounting practice, but he had a related practice, and he was interested in the business practice part of what we were doing. And then we had I think I said we had a new person. So, I mean, we had a very diverse group. And what I found interesting is each week I walked out of there, one person said one thing that I said, I could actually implement this in my business, and I've been doing it 40 years, and you're getting ideas because if you think about it, with all those different perspectives, you got 5 different people looking at the same thing from 5 different angles, getting 5 different opinions, and quite frankly, it's kind of unique. You look at it a different way and say, I never thought of that. So it was really, really a rewarding experience for me.
So if I recall, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that when they come to the meetings or the Zoom meetings or online, the virtual ones, you have a somewhat topic that you know you're going to discuss.
Correct.
And that's sort of talked about, but then also the people that attend are able to say, hey, this is what happened in my practice. How are you guys handling it?
Yes.
So it's actually a combination. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So that makes it nice.
It was, and then, like you said, the relationship building, getting different perspectives on a particular issue, whether it be something advancing in technology or something with, obviously, what the new tax laws and how you're coping or dealing with, or what decisions you're making about how you're handling or treating certain things, I do think was really helpful to get another person's perspective on it. So,
Right.
and to hear other people's opinions.
Now, we started this in the fall, and we went through all the way up through tax season. Now, I know, Ellen, you sort of did a couple during tax
We
season.
did. We actually did meet because I think there were issues.
But that was
you know,
through
so-
Zoom.
And then we did it through Zoom.
Okay.
Obviously, we didn't want to force anybody to try and get together.
Mhm.
I mean, Montgomery County is a big county, and to travel during that morning hour can be super challenging.
Right.
So we just kept it to a Zoom meeting, and it worked out well. Everybody was able
Right.
to log in and participate. So
But the reason why we started before tax season is so that you guys could start building that relationship. So when it got to tax season, the people that were working with you or within your group, they really weren't working, but interacting with you, they had an opportunity to say, hey guys, reaching out by email, I have a question. So it wasn't like, even though you didn't meet, you still were there to help them out. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, that works out really well.
we need, I think if people are interested in attending some of these or being a part of these groups, depending on their location or whatever, they should definitely reach out to the society because it is a useful tool.
Mhm.
You know, could have somebody 3 blocks away who doesn't know I exist. I mean, I actually found somebody locally, and she and I started talking, not through the group, but I'm encouraging her to join the group and encouraging her to become a member of the society because of our now connection, you know, so, and that it is useful, very helpful, I think.
Now, on your groups, now, do you have, is it monthly that you guys meet or that you interact? I know that they can do it separately, I mean, or if something comes up, but you know, a set time is what, monthly, is that correct?
We do it monthly. We do it at 7 o'clock, and we do it the same.
In the morning, right?
In the morning,
Okay,
yes.
that's for you morning people.
Yeah.
And we do it the same day of the month every time, so it's always the 3rd Thursday for us.
Oh,
And
okay.
It just makes it easy that, okay, 3rd Thursday, I've just got it on my calendar with Outlook, I can auto schedule it, it's
Mhm.
always there, so I don't make another conflicting appointment, so it's kind of nice.
So that's nice, coffee, Danish, and interaction.
Correct.
I mean, it's a great combination because everybody's gonna need their coffee in the morning anyway,
That's
so
right. That's right.
there you go.
Yeah,
Might as well have it with friends.
That's right, have it with
That's
friends.
right. We actually changed the time because the group wanted it later.
Oh, okay.
So it's the group that drives the topics somewhat and the structure of it. And I even had some of them stay after it was over.
Oh,
They didn't
wow.
want to go.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Oh, that's
Because
great.
it's a very relaxed environment.
Right.
And we were even sharing human resources tips on
Oh,
paying people.
oh, there you
things like
go.
that.
There's some common, I mean, we're certainly not competing for the same client base.
Right,
You know, so that's the opportunity just to network and sort of feel each other out about how do you manage your practice? What are you doing about staffing? You know, Tom just had an intern, you know, how does all that work? How does it function? So it's nice to hear and get these ideas so
Right.
that everybody can talk about, oh, maybe I should think about doing that too. Or where did you get that? How did you incorporate that into your business? How did you make it work?
right.
So, because as things are getting more complex,
Yes,
you need help. I mean, I found even as a sole practitioner, and I've been one for 30 plus years also, I need help. I can't do this alone. I just
Right.
cannot do this.
And the labor market is tight.
oh, very tight,
And
very
finding the
tight.
right type of labor is
Yes.
really a struggle. So we've
Yeah,
had-
that always has been, but I
Mhm.
think the supply side
right.
has made it more challenging.
Right.
Mhm.
So now we're in April, so when do you guys think you're gonna be starting up again? Are you looking to start up again in May? I mean, on the
Yes.
monthly meetings?
Yes.
Okay, So I know Tom really and you and Dunya were actually the brainchilds behind this. So what are you looking for in the future? Where are you looking? I know we have, like I said, Northern Baltimore County, Carroll County, and Montgomery County.
Right.
So what are you looking for in the future? What can we expect in new areas, or what are we looking at?
We would like to see it grow organically. And so if somebody is in, say, Harper County, interested, maybe come to the Baltimore County one, and if there's enough interest in Harper County, we start another one in Harper County.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think that's the way we'd like to do it is keep what we have, and then until there's a need in another area, and then just grow it organically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. That's
Makes
really good.
sense.
Now, I as we stated here, I mean, Ellen's doing Zoom and you're doing live. Can you see that being a combination, all live or Zooms, or, I mean, so I guess what Dunya said, it really is how the group feels, right? Once you get together, you can feel that, but we have options available,
Right.
correct?
And we had a situation where we had somebody, at the time, we didn't have the technology, but said, I'm not gonna be in town, but I'd like to join you. Can I do it remotely?
Oh,
And
okay.
at the time, we didn't have the resources, but once Ellen shares with us how she does it, then we'll figure it out.
There we go, there we go.
I actually rely on the staff to sort of set me up with a Zoom, and then we all just log in, so it works pretty well. I mean, I will say. So,
Well, that's
you know,
great, now
Yeah.
that he knows that.
Right,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
chime in that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Tom, you said you do the third Wednesday, May, or what?
Third Thursday.
Third
It's
Thursday.
like TT.
Okay. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
how about that?
Look at you,
You like
so-
Thursday?
Thursday,
Sorry,
Thursday.
sorry.
Okay, so were you guys on Thursdays as well, or?
Ours varies. It depends on the day. It just depends on a good date that everybody decides, and we usually do it at 9 a.m. Again, like Dunya had said, we're trying to do it accommodating the folks who are part of the group, make it a little bit easier, especially if we're going to travel, which we haven't done yet, but I'm looking to try and do that where we should try and meet. But we need to find a better location because traveling to South Rockville
Yes, that's tough.
in that hour of the day can be challenging.
Right.
So.
Now, we've all talked about, the program and when they start. How long is the meeting? I know, Junior, you said that people stay later. I mean, do you usually cut it off in an hour? I mean, how much time would people figure they're committing for this event?
We start at 7 so that basically people can wrap up around 8:15 to 8:30 and be back in their office by 9 o'clock.
Oh,
And that's-
okay.
And with Baltimore County traffic, if you hit it early, so if you leave at 6:30, you get there at 7, you beat a lot of the traffic.
Yeah.
If we do it at 9 o'clock, we're stuck in traffic too. So that's the reason why we did the 7 o'clock.
Oh, that's a good idea. You doing it? About the same?
Well, the group wanted 10,
Right.
and I had one lady actually say, I didn't start my own practice. I started my own practice, so I don't have to leave.
Early.
I had to get out early, and everybody was okay with that.
But usually lasts an hour and a half?
An hour and a half,
Okay.
because they wanted it that way.
No, that's good, but like I
Right,
said,
they wanna
and that's what
grow.
I think I'm hearing. I mean, that, the groups we're very flexible.
Mhm.
I mean, we do have a foundation, but once you get together, it's not one that's like going, okay, this is when it's happening and this is the time, and we're not deviating.
No, there's a lot of room for whatever the group needs at that particular meeting. So we shut off at 45 minutes because it was tax season. We only said, okay, is everybody comfortable? We're good. Okay, good.
Okay.
If you have anything, reach out. And then in other meetings, we've gone an hour and a half. So it just depends.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
I would say the same.
Yeah.
And if somebody had to leave, they left and we
Right.
stayed.
Right.
Mhm.
It's great hearing that. I know where you're at, that not only of this is great program, but again, you're building relationships.
Mhm.
And I mean, even in the area that you are located, even though you know the area, that you've now expanded your reach, yes, and
Totally.
have met all new people, and
Mhm.
young and old,
Right.
or experienced and unexperienced, and which is great. That's a great opportunity for everyone.
It is. It really is. It really pays off. So.
Right, it's free to members.
Right, exactly. Thank you,
There's
Junior. I
not-
forgot to say that.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
you can't really complain about free.
No, you
No.
can't. Free.
Might as well try it.
That's right. Yeah,
Right.
right. Exactly. It's worth it. I mean, apparently it's worth it. So, well,
And it just provides an opportunity to meet some local resources. You don't have to go to a seminar to actually connect with somebody. It's somebody usually locally in your area. And again, there's so much business, you're not really competing for that.
exactly.
You're just more sharing resources and ideas. And what you know, experiences.
Yes. Well, I want to thank you all for joining me this morning. I'll tell you, the office here is hearing great feedback from it. It's apparent because we didn't think anybody would be interested during tax season, and then it rolled right into tax season. They're like going, no, we want to keep going, we want to keep going.
Mhm.
So that's great, and I want to thank you all for spearheading this worthwhile initiative. I think. Again, Dunya and Tom, you were the minds behind the great idea, and I want to thank you for doing that. So now I want to talk. Now we'll change gears a little bit, and I want to talk about the 60th anniversary, and how we're offering our members and future members some great opportunities in our 60th celebration. So first off is our annual meeting, which is coming in Ocean City
Mhm.
on May 22nd through the 24th. And we have a great price of $675 for one attendee or $725 for an attendee and a spouse. What do you get for that? You get 20 CPE credits, you get your overnight accommodation, you get your meals, and of course you get the 60th anniversary celebration. So this is an amazing deal. And
It's
plus,
amazing.
and we're staying at the Grand Hotel right on the boardwalk. So after this stressful tax season, just close your eyes and picture the thought of sitting on the balcony, listening to the waves coming over, and just saying there, yeah, this is good.
A drink in my hand would help, but yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect. I am hearing it all together. It's perfect.
I know, it's great. I love it. So now, not only we have the annual meeting coming up, and I want to thank the annual meeting committee for the great job of putting that together. Our membership committee, which Dunya has been a part of for many years, has worked to celebrate the anniversary by making every membership in 2019 $100. That's great.
It's awesome.
The membership committee really did a great job with that, and it's just our way as a society to say thank you for the 60 great years. Thank you for supporting us for 60 great years. And not many associations can say that they reached this milestone. So that's really something special. Now, not the annual committee has done membership. Let's talk education. Education once again came to the table and said, hey, we want to get on board with this. We're excited too. So what they're doing, they're offering every member a free ethics class. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But this is what we do.
Later.
I know. This is what we do as a society because we are a membership organization. We appreciate all of our members,
Yes, we do.
and this is where you're saying thank you. And we are able to do it, which is a great thing. So, and wow, what a great gift. Holy cow. So
Everybody needs it.
and then to top it off, they also put together some great education plans. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to you so you can
Well,
talk about
Here we
it.
go. So I'm sure everybody might have put it aside briefly while they were dealing with tax returns. But here is our education plan catalog that showed up in your mail. And inside of that was your dues invoice. But we'll remind you about that later. So inside of that, you'll see that the society worked really hard to try and combine membership with your education.
Mhm.
So we're offering a Plus, Pro, and Premier plans, and they are, you'll have to look at the details within the catalog, but we really put together what we thought was just a perfect program that you'll find will meet your needs for education, your CPE requirements, and becoming a member and or staying a member
That's
of
right.
this wonderful society,
Yeah.
60 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's a great cost savings, and we're just giving back to the society and giving back to our members. And not just once, not twice, but throughout the year.
Right.
And that's what's really great. So it's not just a one-time celebration. We're going to continue doing this celebration, and you get to share in that cost savings as a member. And so that's great. Now, if you want to learn about all these opportunities, you can either check our website,
Mhm.
and which I believe is on the screen right now. Give us a call at the office, 1-800-922-9672. Or actually, we now have a chat option. Why? A lot of T's there.
Yeah.
On the website, so that if you just have a quick question, hey, just pop on there, quick question that's
Right.
available during the day. That's great. We are ready to help you. We don't want anyone, none of our members, to miss out for these great saving opportunities. We want everyone to share in the celebration, which is very important. So, in closing, I just want to wish my guests here a great Easter and a happy Passover.
Thank you.
And we will be back at our regular time next week, which is on Thursday.
Mhm.
And next week, I'll be joined by Jerry Lotz, who will be talking about another great member benefit that we have that can save your clients taxes.
Mhm.
So this is a great benefit. So Jerry will be joining me next week. Again, we'll be back on Thursday at 9 o'clock. And so I look forward to everyone then. And actually the following week, we just heard that Bob Jennings is going to be joining me virtually from Indiana.
Wow.
So again, to talk about, because Bob has, again, to join in our celebration, will be in Ocean City with us offering the courses down there.
Right.
So again, another great friend of the society, and again, willing to give back and join in the celebration of our 60th anniversary.
Doesn't
So
get any
thank
better.
you all for joining me this morning. It was great
Welcome.
seeing you.
Thank
You guys survived. You looked the worst for wear. And we'll see everyone